Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden. I'm a certified Zentangle teacher. And today, another special day. We're going to take a look at the Tangle Cherie from Debbi Minero. Now, this is another new Tangle from Debbi. If you follow me, if you happen to follow every day, yesterday we introduced a new Tangle by Debbi that was a more armor, and this one we paired it with. So we premiered both of these on our Tangle Time session just this past Thursday. But I separate out because I like to do a daily tangle and do a new one every day, and so I split it up so that way I have had two daily tangles from one Tangle Time. Um, all right, so this is a neat one, and you have to get the story for the naming. Is named after my mom, and you can read the story and see the inspiration in the for more inspiration link in the description section. Okie doke. So this is a border well, I take it back. It's a border tangle. It could also be a little standalone accent type of thing. You can have a lot of fun with this. All right. So it starts off kind of with an S shape, but I know in my step out I made more of a S shape. And you know what? I think I'm going to do that again because I have an idea in my head. All right, so an S shape that's going to then, well, no, let me just do the S shape. Just do it. All right, and so it stops here on the step out to show this is what the initial shape is, and then you can continue that into a bit of a spiral, okay? Then we're going to alternate the direction. So this one, I went, up and then downward spiral. This one, and we're going to connect from the spiral before. So I'm going to start from here, and I'm going to go down and spiral up. And then alternate. This one, we're going to come from the bottom, though. And we're going to go up and spiral down. This one, it's like this is kind of like the beginning of that S shape. And this one, you can have fun. I always have to look. I have to look back. This is like, okay, which direction am I going? And honestly, it really doesn't matter which direction you end up going, because it's so cute. There's always a way, to make it look how you want it. All right, so as you finish that, then we're going to put, it looks like a little flower shape. And on my version of the step out, I separated it out. And so here's what we're going to do. See these nasty little bumps? Where you can see where, I started from this one right here. I didn't really do, this is a reason for doing the take off and land concept, because you would trace over a little bit and then come off. Here I kind of did that. But you can see it's a little bit darker, but it's not as, you don't have that bump. You don't have, it's not obvious. All of a sudden it's like, oh, here's a great opportunity to talk about takeoff and land. All right. But Debbi has brilliantly brought in a built-in course correction, so that way we can disguise these things. And here's how we'll do it. We'll do two little, whether you want to call it teardrop shape, I like to call it a flux shape because it looks like the tangle flux, or a tethered orb where it's tethered right down here and then you come out and come back to where it's tethered. So right where those little things are, and we're going to go opposite directions. Actually, I'm going to do it, we'll do the front. Although this one, I'm going to trace it up and we'll come up here. You can have them go at different angles. It's all of it, like everything's Zentangle, completely up to you. But what's fun is, this gives you the guideline, just putting it at every spiral or so. And then, once you have them, then, like, say from the middle-ish, maybe a little to the inside of the middle, I'm going to do a little M shape or a W shape. It depends on which way you're looking at it. Or, as I like to say in Zentangle Ease, in the language of our elemental strokes, uh, two C-shaped curve lines, consecutive. All right. Oh, and I kept forgetting to put these. They're so important. Two little dots above. On my samples, I need to add those. I didn't do that. And that is the essentials of Cherie. Now, so what I was thinking is, I'm going to add one right here. We'll add a little flower here at the end because it's cute. Oh, and the two dots. There we go. And then you can have fun shading, whatever. There's not much. There you can get inventive with what to shade. You could decorate it. So I'm gonna just because I have the overwhelming need to use the line dot dot, because if you know me, and you're saying it right with me. It is my favorite thing in the whole wide world. It's the coolest thing since sliced bread. It's so cool. All right. Anyway, I go on and on and on with that. So, on Debbi's Step Out, she shows how you could use this kind of as a standalone. And that was simply, kind of taking one section. I'm going to start here with the curve line and come down into the spiral. And then right off of the tip here, kind of like what I did over here, we can make that little flower shape. I'm going to do one on the other side so that way it's symmetrical. It's just so super cute. Just so super cute. All right, now let's see. Well, there's a couple things you could do. If you wanted to do, say, a drop shadow, and maybe I'll do that on these guys. You could, so you could do like this, and just on the sides, where, like that. And honestly, you don't have to even use. Oh, that's the wrong tortillon. I have a tortillon reserved for using it with a white pen, and they never. I should date it because I think it's a record so far of me not using it for something else. I'm just gonna blur it out a little bit, but you could do something like that. Actually, we can bring that right down underneath here. Sometimes you don't have to do that with the. Let's see if I can. I'm just gonna aura it lightly with the pencil. And a lot of times we'll do that, and if you, I'm not going to go over though. I'm tempted to, but it's you're going a little bit below what you did, almost like you're auraing it or doing it again, but with the pencil and really light. So I'm going to leave that one the way it is for now. But let's do this. Let's put on these curves. Let's put some graphite. We'll just do on those curves. Let's do the other curves. Just to see what happens. It's interesting. It is indeed. And then we could always add a little. I'm just going to put a little daub of graphite right in the center of those. And let's see. I'm just spreading it out into those leaves and into the heart just a little bit. Where it tucks in or tucks, where it gathers or tucks in. That's always a nice place. Oh, yes. Yes. Okay, and I have to make this one match, so I have to blur that one out. Smudge it. But yeah, it's a neat tangle. Let's see if I do it this way. It's cute. Super cute. All right. And I hope that you enjoyed this. If you did, would love to have you click like. I'm still playing, obviously, because I'm, if you're not happy with something, and then not that I'm not happy, it's just like it just needs a little something. Okay, that works. So if you liked it, would love to have you click like. Feel free to share it, leave comments, and if you liked it enough to see more, I'd love to have you be a subscriber to the channel. Oh, but wait. Well, let me finish that, and then let me show you some samples, in case you missed yesterday's. In the description section, I mentioned links to step outs. I always do my own version, and then link to the creator of the Tangle. Below that, I have a link to my website, so if you want to see the classes that I do they're online. I do them almost twice a week. Just depends on the week. I have one week that I do just one on Thursday, but Thursdays are free. I have one Tuesday of the month that's free, and the other ones are paid. If you like it, come check us out for free, or you can check out the replays. If you think you'll do at least one paid class a month, or you just want access to the replays, if you don't think you can make it, but you want at least you feel like you're there, you can laugh right along with us. And watch the replays, because if you're a club member, you get access to all of the replays, and you get access to just everything. It's fun, unless you say no, I never want to go to, but if it's the time of the class or whatever, I can do that. But it's all access. So you might enjoy that, and I just want to make mention of it because I forget to do that a lot. We also have a link to my Facebook page. Would love to have you follow me there. And if you're on Facebook and doing that and want to join in on our amazing Tangle Addicts community, we have a private Facebook page and would love to have you join us. There are some membership questions, so just so that we are aware of that, but we'd love to have you join us. All right, here are the samples that I had done, and I left out the little dots on top of these, on top of cute little hearts. They're so important, so I'm going to add them as I'm talking here. Where I can, since I aura'd without thinking. I might have to aura again. And one key with using a gel pen, just watch your fingers, because it stays wet for just a little bit. So this one, like I said, we had done more armor. That's the center, and then did this nice, delicate Cherie around the outside. It's really, really, really neat. And then on this one, and then because I was using black, and I'm using the Moonlight Jelly Roll brand pencils from Sakura that work nicely on black. It's just turned out so cute. And then here, this one is on what we call a prepped tile, where I did a class on this, and where we prepped tiles with lots of different things. We kind of experimented and had a lot of fun. And I used actually I used a thicker pen on this one, and some of the white, and I used the Starburst jelly rolls and the metallic. Actually, on here they just look metallic. So anyway, had a lot of fun with this tangle, and just just using it as a little bit of a border, even. Just really, really cool. Such a nice, delicate, cute little tangle. All right, so again, thank you so much for watching. I said all the stuff that I usually say earlier, so I'm not going to repeat it now. So again, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I wish you lots of happy tangling.